Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to take a quick look at this 2007 QX56 from 2007. It's manufactured by Infiniti, and 2007 was the first year for the QX56, and the model ran from 2007 to 2011 when it had a facelift. This is based off of the F platform from Nissan. Infiniti, of course, is the luxury brand for Nissan, and they did this vehicle based on the Nissan Armada. And you guys can see the design language as basically the same platform. This car was powered by a V8 engine that put out about 320 horsepower, and also it had about 393 pound-feet of torque. That allowed this vehicle to tow close to 9,000 pounds. So coming from Virginia all the way to North Dakota, it was about 1,300 miles. I did have some difficulties, not much. I towed through the Appalachian Mountains, and that's where I really had difficulty. Nothing particular, but just that I could see the temperature of the transmission go a bit higher. Unfortunately, I wasn't using the tow mode, which would have allowed me to stay in the lower gear ratios, and that would have helped. But I quickly wised up, pushed the tow mode, and that was taken care of. The vehicle has a 5-speed transmission and aluminum V8 block, which has steel linings. Few things notable about the vehicle: this was the most expensive vehicle sold by Infiniti in their lineup, and it came with, most of them came fully loaded. The only options you could choose, I believe, were let's see, you could choose the bench seats, or you could have the the captain seats in the second row. There was, I think, the entertainment package where you could choose the DVD or not. And finally, I'm not too sure about this, but I think it has something to do with the navigation system. I might be wrong, but yeah, I think there were just like 3 options that you could choose from: captain seat or the bench seat, the rear entertainment system, which is DVD based, and the third one I forgot. Maybe it's the sunroof, I'm not really sure, but otherwise everything was standard on these vehicles. They came with leather interiors, and yeah, okay, let's take a look. So here up front we have the chrome type wheel. I think these are 18 inches. Let's see here. Let's look at the dimension. Yep, 18 inches. There's the adaptive cruise control. I really don't see the sensor, but these are supposed to have those. I don't see the sensor for the adaptive cruise control. Yep, but that's one of the things they said they're supposed to have. Lots of amenities. As you guys can see, the interior quite luxurious. You have the wood trim right here, which is actually cracking, as you guys can see if I get out of the way. Memory seats, 2 memory positions. You have the door lock right here, hidden a little bit out of the way. The mirror controls, and you also have the open and close that you can push the button, and then the mirrors close, folding inward in tight parking spots. You have the glass controls for the windows, rear, front, and all of these have the automatic function. So you just do the 1 button thing and let go, and it goes all the way up. Here we have the control for the headlights. You can make them point up, down, adjust them depending on how you load it. And here you have the brightness. You have the control for the steering wheel, 2 degrees of freedom, up, down, that's it. Here you have the powered lift gate. You can push the button and hold. Let's see if it goes up. And there you can see it going up. Pretty cool function for 2007. And right here, you can press and close, just like that. Okay, here you have the control for the pedals. Depending on how tall or short you are, you can actually adjust the pedals. You can see them retracting coming forward. And here is the rear obstacle sensor. You can turn it on or off. And if you come out here, you can see the sensors right here. So this was really top of the line for 2007. Next, we have some controls here on the wheel. You have the volume control for the 10 speaker Bose sound system. You have the horn on the wheel, you push. And here you have the various modes for the radio. It's a Bose sound system, like I said. Here you have the cruise control, turn it on and off, cancel, accelerate, resume, coast, set. You can see the speakers. That's one speaker right there. You have one right there. I think it's the subwoofer. Same on the other side, on the doors. You can see the speaker. So common problems. Let me grab the key here. The main problem you would have with these vehicles, one of the main problems, is that for 2007 it's just a regular key. 2008 I think they came out with a chip key, so you had a chip in there. So this is just a regular Nissan key, fob and key. I don't think it has a chip, but it's kind of it has a premium feel. Oh, the third thing I was thinking about is two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. So you have one, the only options you could get for 2007 or the first generation Infiniti QX56, two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. You had the captain seat or the bench seat, and then the third one, now again it escapes me, but of course those were the three things that they had. So let's go ahead here and turn it up so I can turn that on without actually starting the vehicle. So you can see the various indicators. At the very top there you have the transmission temperature, there you have the charging voltage, and then on the left here you have the engine temperature, oil pressure here on the left, battery fault indicator, that's the oil level and oil temperature. Turn to the right, you have the parking brake. Down there you have the service engine soon, four-wheel drive, fuel gauge, and on the right here you have the speedometer, on the left you have the tachometer. So what happens is they have some stepper motors connected to these arms and they tend to fail. So like here you can see my tachometer stepper motor is not working. And then down here you have also the LED indicator that tends to fail also, and here you can see mine has also failed. There are services online. You can send in your take out your cluster, send to them, and then they'll fix it for you. And my oil change is due, but I can cancel that. And the DVD, like I said, the navigation is based off of your DVD, so you need to grab the DVD. And I haven't had the time to go through all of these documents, but in here there's a pouch with some DVDs and probably the navigation DVDs in there. Slot it in and then you can use your maps. This is the entertainment system. You can actually play DVDs, which is one of the options. So now you know the three options. This entertainment system that can play the DVD, the captain or bench seats, and then two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Those are the three options you could have. Otherwise everything was fully decked out, leather with the Infiniti printed on the seats. Okay, storage. Well, let's talk about two-wheel about the drive mode. So you have here, you have the two-wheel drive, you have auto, 4 high, push down, and 4 low. And on here there's supposed to be an indicator. Let's see, where is it at? I can't see it now. There. So depending on the mode you have chosen, you'll see the wheel on that little diagram is gonna fill in depending on the mode you choose. So right now I'm in four-wheel drive. I guess it's still trying to figure out what it has to do. I might have to rock it a little bit. Yeah, but there is two-wheel drive, so you have the two rear wheels that are engaged, and you can see that. All right, Let's talk about charging. So here you have a cigarette lighter type adapter. It's always hot, so be careful if you plug in any accessory, it might run down your battery. You have the front seats that are heated, driver and passenger side. You have the tow modes that you can choose here. You can press, and that will allow you not to go into overdrive. It's a 5-speed transmission with overdrive, and then that's traction control, on or off. Here you have a classic clock, passenger airbag indicator, hazard indicator. It's kind of hidden out of the way, but there it is. Here you have the infotainment system control. There you have your screen, kind of old school, not high resolution, but you can change depending on if it's day or night. You can change the brightness, as you guys can see. Hope I'm not forgetting anything. All right, here you have the control for your fog light. See that inner one? That's for your fog light, on or off. And then of course you can have your lights on auto. There's a sensor there that will turn it on or off. I just do it manually for now because I had a long trip. Airbag, curtain airbag, and I believe the seat sides also have airbags. Here you have the storage, ample storage, but the plastic feels really cheap. And you can see the latching mechanism there. It looks really cheap too, the latch. Okay, let's close that. A known problem with these vehicles is the blend door that will stop functioning. So you start the vehicle and you hear a click, 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 click sound. And I believe most of the QX56s, they came with an air suspension. When you start the vehicle, especially if you have a load, you might hear a loud rattling sound. That is the compressor, and it's just trying to level out the vehicle. Driver side, you have your sunshade, and I believe you can also pull this out to have extra protection from the sun. You have a second layer there. I don't know, there's something back there. I'll check it out later. It's got a mirror with the which is lighted, as you guys can see. Here you have your sunroof, not the biggest, but it's there. Controls for the sunroof, up, down, open, close. Let's try it. There you go. Here you have your microphone. If you have a phone call, that will indicate there. And then at the very rear, you have the side windows, so you can open those here. Let's take a look outside, and you guys can see. So you can have some additional ventilation for your rear seat passengers. Okay, let's go ahead and close those. Close. There. Little storage there for your sunglasses. You can close that. Okay, let's jump to the back. These are very prone to break, so be careful when you're opening and shutting the door. They're not very sturdy. In the back, as you guys can see, you have leather, soft touch plastic, but circa 2007. It's not really, it doesn't really feel premium. You have the glass control. The glass is tinted, so you guys can see the difference. Down here you have the Infiniti sign, instructions on how to fold your seat. Get the camera out of the way so you guys can have a look at what the rear looks like. I'm using the wide angle lens, so it looks a bit distorted, but that's what it looks like. You can pull on here and fold the seat down just like that. Gain access to the third row, which looks like it's hardly ever been used in this vehicle. You have cup holders, vents, storage. Okay, let's push this back up, and of course the seat has airbags on the side. Here you have some additional storage. On the passenger side, there's none. That's weird, but yep, that's what it looks like. And here you have the DVD. I guess you turn it on from the front, but yeah, that's the DVD for there. Here you also have the heated seats in the rear, the vents, and 2 cup holders, cigarette lighter, charger accessories, and you have this premium plastic right here. So let's close this, and yeah, here you have the control for the spotlight. You can actually move them to whatever direction you want. Okay, let's jump to the trunk. Yeah, you guys can see that's just storage, nothing special. Maybe for your DVDs. You have a grab handle here. Infiniti. Takes regular gas, but they recommend premium. I just put regular, and if at all there is regular without ethanol, then that's what I use. Here you have the glass up here. I've never tried to open that. I don't know how to do it. I guess there should be something here. I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out one day. And there it goes up. There's a backup camera also, which is something great for 2007. You can see here there's a grab handle in case everything fails, and then you have the door release. Nowadays I don't think they'll have the door release hidden. They try to make it fluorescent, so in case you are kidnapped you can push the button and then escape. Yeah, that opens, but I don't know how to open it. I'll figure it out. Here you have the heated glass, so the heating elements is tinted, of course. QX56. You can drop that down. It splits, as you guys can see. And then here you have what you need in case you have a flat. So that's your jack, and I don't know what goes in there, but that's your jack right there. All right, let's go ahead here. Open the carpet. You have a tie down, another tie down. Push down here, and you have a first aid kit from Infiniti. And this is what you use to drop your spare tire, which resides underneath the vehicle. So you put it in here, and then you wind, and the spare tire drops to the ground. How cool is that? So with that, that's just the quick presentation of the Infiniti QX56. It's a great vehicle. I really enjoyed the ride out here. It was really stable. At no point did I feel like the car was acting strange, acting funny. You know, it really gave you confidence to drive at highway speed. And that's what it looks like. Those who are used to the Armada will just recognize it. So exactly the same vehicle. When you open up the doors, there's some lights down here. This one hasn't got it. On the driver's side, it lights, it illuminates, and that way if it's at night, you can see where you're going. Okay, let's pop the hood and take a look at that beautiful V8 engine. So to open up the hood, the latch is right here on the right hand side, somewhere here. It's not in the center. And you guys can see how quiet the engine is. No vibrations. Power steering fluid, coolant overflow, battery, oil dipstick, radiator, air intake, windshield washer, and the brake reservoir. 5.6 liter V8. All right, and that concludes a quick trip summary for the QX56 from 2007. In 2018, will I still buy it? Of course. It does exactly the same thing that the QX80 that replaced this does, and at a much cheaper price. So if you see one of these, you want to buy it to tow your boat, to tow vehicles, to tow your camper, don't hesitate, take it for a test drive. And if nothing weird happens, then you got you a nice vehicle. I think I would highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye.